A PAC called MAGA Kentucky has spent $10 million attacking a Republican congressman. Thomas Massie is that congressman. The charge against him: he is not conservative enough. 3 billionaires funded it entirely. Not one of them lives in Kentucky. The PAC routed its money through a vendor founded by an ActBlue co-founder. And what the FEC records show about exactly how that money moves, the vendor, the mechanism, the paper trail, reveals something about how American elections actually work that goes far beyond one primary in Kentucky. Here is what nobody is telling you. What nobody has reported yet is how the money gets there. And the math is sitting right there in the FEC filings for anyone who knows what vendor name to look for. The vendor is called Democracy Engine. FEC filings for the Gallrein campaign show Democracy Engine expenses of approximately $50,000 per quarter. That figure appears in 2 consecutive quarterly filings. Democracy Engine charges a 5% processing fee on every dollar it handles. The math is straightforward. At 5%, $50,000 in fees means $1 million in donations processed. That fee structure applies to each quarter independently. Across 2 quarters, approximately $2 million of Gallrein's fundraising ran through a single vendor. That vendor was not WinRed, the standard fundraising platform for Republican candidates nationwide. An ActBlue co-founder built Democracy Engine. ActBlue is the standard fundraising platform for Democratic candidates. Republican primary money ran through Democratic fundraising infrastructure. That is not a minor accounting detail. The vendor choice is the financial backbone of this race. But Massie did not discover Democracy Engine. Bloomberg did. In November 2025, months before this primary began, describing the vendor in published reporting as a way for unpopular PACs to find a more politically palatable route for directing campaign cash to favored lawmakers. Bloomberg's report did not appear by accident. Published reporting described Democracy Engine as a deliberate routing mechanism, not a payment convenience. Organizations whose spending is considered politically problematic use it to find a cleaner channel for their money. Bloomberg documented that function in November 2025, before AIPAC's Kentucky spending escalated. The infrastructure was on the public record before this race became a national story. No major outlet connected the Bloomberg documentation to the Democracy Engine entries in Gallrein's FEC filings. But the Bloomberg documentation is not the most important thing the FEC record shows about this race. Not even close. That is the whole game. The United Democracy Project is AIPAC's super PAC and the primary financial force behind MAGA Kentucky. In its own public materials and its own FEC filings, United Democracy Project describes itself as pro-abortion and pro-gay rights. Massie stated this on camera on Tucker Carlson. His description was direct, majorly leftist. A liberal super PAC is running the MAGA-branded campaign, telling Republican voters that a Republican congressman is not conservative enough? Kentucky's 4th congressional district has approximately 700,000 registered voters. The primary closes on May 19th. Most will cast that vote without knowing who funded the MAGA-branded attack against their congressman. Out-of-state billionaires did, running money through Democratic infrastructure on behalf of a liberal super PAC. What happened in Kentucky is not a Kentucky story. It is a blueprint, and the FEC data shows it has already been deployed in Illinois, North Carolina, Michigan, and New Jersey this cycle. The model works because voters trust the brand on an attack ad. MAGA is a powerful signal inside a Republican primary. A PAC carrying that name reads as authentic grassroots pressure. No donor disclosure, no vendor name, and no FEC filing appears on screen when a voter watches an attack ad. The vendor obscures the money trail. The brand name obscures the source. AIPAC has run this architecture in multiple House races this cycle. In Illinois, North Carolina, Michigan, and New Jersey, that same vendor routing pattern appears in this cycle's FEC filings. Each race follows the same logic. Money moves through a vendor. A local-sounding PAC name provides cover. Outside funding drives the outcome. And once you understand how MAGA Kentucky was built, who built it, what infrastructure they used, and where else that infrastructure is running right now, you will understand something about American elections that most voters never figure out until it is already too late. Watch 3 things before May 19th. Watch whether Gall-Ryan's campaign addresses Democracy Engine publicly or refuses to do so on the record. Watch whether any outlet runs the FEC vendor math. The margin on election night will tell you the rest. Because if Massie loses on May 19th, AIPAC will have proven the model works anywhere. Any district, any congressman, any vote on foreign aid. The next target will not announce the spending on Tucker Carlson first. What you just watched is the kind of analysis the record demands. Zero Static ran the FEC math and found a liberal super PAC wearing a MAGA brand in a Republican primary. If that is the kind of intelligence you want more of, subscribe. Zero Static is here every day. We will be back tomorrow.